Now, after careful consideration and planning my options and considering my options, I'm going to push ahead and continue with F1 My Team under its current format. Now, I am hoping that we get a regulation change at the end of this season, and hopefully I can undo the mistakes that were made. Nonetheless, for this season, we're going to start Season 4 with near enough a maxed out car, so we're going to be, hopefully competitive from the get-go. I'm going to make sure the AI is on point. I don't really care, what I race on, as long as it makes the video entertaining for you guys to watch. That's all that matters. So, here we are, picking up where we left off, and for this one, you can see we have to, first of all, renegotiate a contract with Robert Schwartzman. Now, before we jump into today's video, if you guys are going to enjoy this and are excited for Season 4 of My Team, then leave a like, subscribe for more. We've got a lot of changes in store for you guys, and I've got to say, the car looks bloody awesome. So with that said, let's jump into it. So first of all, we need to renegotiate, and you guys seem to really like Robert Schwartzman as my teammate. He was called up mid-season last year after a bit of an issue with the contract with Nico Rosberg. It was a bit of an accidental choice, and he's ended up being probably the strongest teammate of the entire series so far. So I'm happy to oblige, and we're going to go ahead and renew his contract, and we're going to sign him up for Season 4, and I'm very, very happy to do that. So we're going to go ahead and offer him a medium risk contract, which should be fine. I don't think there should be any dramas, and there isn't, so there we go. Robert has now been signed on. Confirmation as well, Lewis Hamilton has left Formula 1. He has retired as a 9-time world champion, and what a career and what an incredible legacy. That now means Hamilton, Raikkonen and Alonso have currently retired in this career mode. As for us, all we have left to do realistically is durability work, and you guys know last season we had 4 mechanical failures, so best believe I am keen to try and improve this durability ASAP. So straight away we've improved the facility for the fabrication to unlock the final upgrades. We're going to go ahead and also purchase an energy store upgrade. We'll do a few more shortly once I get a few more R&D points. So with that said, we're ready for our first interview of the season, or the end of Season 3 technically, with Will Buxton.
Thanks so much for the invitation to your HQ. Let's have a little chat about the team's performance this season. Our sources say your team is very cash rich at the moment. Is this a safety net?
It's always good to have cash in reserve, Will, and I also think we'll spend it shortly when the time is right, I'd say.
Upgrades to your facilities seem to have stalled. Is there no more room for improvement, or are you prioritising other areas?
No, we've got some things lined up, but it's also about doing the right thing at the right time.
Well, it's been wonderful to spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
Now, after the interview with Will Buxton, we got hit with a Powertrain department event before we go to the end of season screen. Now, this department event is an interesting one, essentially saying they want to get Schwartzman involved with developments on the engine side of things, but it does mean a bit of a hit to Schwartzman's racecraft, so I am going to go ahead and decline it. We can afford to have a bit of a morale drop on the engine because we've maxed it out. Realistically, there's no more upgrades to do on the power unit. Elsewhere, we are going to go ahead and increase our marketing activities management to level 1. That means we should get a bit more of a response from our actions, and that could be in a positive or a negative way. Elsewhere, you can see end of season, we're going to finish it, so pretty much confirmation that Season 3 has come to an end. And before we jump into the new season, let's go into a bit of a roundup and see what happened in Season 3. So, if you are new, you're watching for the first time, then this is your chance to get up to speed. If you want to see the playlist, I'll leave a link down below, so check out the entire series so far. But in Season 3, it was a decent season. We had 4 mechanical failures, and a lot of them were in good positions in terms of where we were in the race at the time. I think the one that hurt was France the most because we was going to win that race, and on the penultimate lap, our engine went. Also, the most recent one in Brazil as well was looking pretty good, and I do feel like about 80 or 90 points were lost in Season 3 due to failures. Had we had those, we should have got P2 in the championship quite comfortably, but still nowhere near Verstappen, who was the dominant winner in the end. So, yeah, there's a kind of rundown. Rosberg had a pretty decent season to say he was only there for half of it. Now, to go with that, we've got our driver stats after Season 3. You can see on screen not as impressive as I'd like. We're still yet to get a pole position in this entire series, which is crazy. After 3 seasons, we still haven't achieved a pole. Crazy when I think about it, but still 7 fastest laps, average finish P8, average grid P14, and that's pretty insane, to be honest with you. That it's not the kind of numbers we want. 5 race wins and 16 podiums to go with that. So yeah, there's your full rundown as we now move into the end of season kind of roundup. So acclaim wise, we move to level 17. Schwartzman moves up to level 11. Our combined acclaim now sits on 56%, and we're on our way to level 22. We then move into cash payouts. Our sponsor, main sponsor should I say, Xenon, gives us 9.5 mil, third place in terms of prize money on the constructors, and that brings our total up to near enough $40 million. And there is the full rundown of season 3. So yeah, with that said, we're going to move to a new season, and season 4 is going to be very exciting. The first thing we're going to do is do a shortened calendar, so 16 races for this one, and as you'd expect, we have the new Imola circuit, and we also have the new Portimao circuit. So round 1, Bahrain, we're then going to go to Imola, then Portugal, then to Monaco, round number 4. After that, Canada, France, Austria, Britain, and then we skip Hungary and go to Belgium, Netherlands and Italy. Then we're going to skip Russia and Singapore and go to Japan, skip USA, and then Mexico, Brazil, Australia, Abu Dhabi. Now, let me give you the thought process on why I've taken some of these decisions. So first of all, China, we won that race last year, but it's a track that I don't particularly enjoy, so I'd rather not go there if I can avoid it, ideally. Spain, I got rid of because it's usually a bit of a boring, predictable one-stop race, which, you know, I don't really want to do that. Baku is a track that I don't like personally. I don't enjoy it, and it's never that fun to do in terms of qualifying and practice. So I'll also not really race there. Hungary, similar to Spain, is just a one-stop, no overtakes, quite boring to watch. Nothing really happens. Russia, again, a personal choice. Don't like the track. I find it very boring and uninspiring. Singapore, I've got rid of to make things more complicated. So again, it's usually a strong track for me, an easy one to win at. So we're going to go ahead and knock that off. Hopefully keep things a bit more competitive. And then USA, I don't particularly enjoy driving in it, and I'm not fast either. I also just don't think the F1's version of that track is great. So we're going to just give that a skip and a pass. But yeah, pretty much there's the thought process. I think it's a good calendar. I enjoy it, and all my favourites are on there, so I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully guys like the look of that calendar for Season 4. Now to go with that, we're going to make a few more other changes. And first of all, this is going to be a title sponsor, a primary sponsor change. We've had Xenon for 3 years. I think it's time for a change. And out of all the options, I think DSB Optics is the way to go. It gives us a very strong weekly income and also a decent signing bonus. And it's only third in the constructors, which is what we've done the last 2 seasons, which is quite achievable. So we're going to sign a new primary sponsor. Let's go with that. You guys may have seen on the channel, we did a poll on the community tab, and I asked for what engine supply you want to see me use next, because I've had enough of Honda. You know, the engine reliability let me down last year, and that was unacceptable. So we're going to move on, and the most popular choice, surprisingly to me, was Ferrari. Now, the good news about that choice, in-game, Ferrari is actually the strongest engine along with Honda, so this is actually a great change and a great swap. 100 performance, 100 durability, so we're going to have a very strong engine straight away in this career mode. And you can see here confirmation of DSB Optics, Ferrari and Schwartzman are going to be kind of our partners for the new season. So very happy about that as we now move into the customization. So as you can see, brand new race suit, new helmet in terms of the colors anyway, new gloves, and I'm going to run you guys through all the colors so you guys can pause the video at any point and use these exact same ones. So feel free to copy these and use them for yourselves if you want to copy them. But you can see we've got the kind of all blue suit going on, which I really like, with the red and white stripe down the side. Going for a blue helmet this year because you'll see why when you see the livery. The helmet makes a lot more sense this color. But you can see I'm just kind of tweaking the race suit, just getting the color right because I wasn't fully happy with it. But yeah, overall, very nice look. I think this kind of glove, suit, helmet combo is really, really sweet. And I think the best one so far of the entire series. So happy about that. You can see here I'm just making some final adjustments in terms of the colors before you guys can have a look at the final values. And I think it works well. I'm really excited to show you guys the car. I think you're going to really like it, and it's going to, you know, go well with the look of the car. But you can see the new gloves are running, which look really nice. Again, in black to compensate for the amount of blue that we have on the suit. And here is the full grid rundown for the new season. So, as you know, Hamilton has retired. Now, that has triggered some changes. So far, nothing has changed. Every driver is still in their original team, besides Matsushita, of course, who replaced Raikkonen when he retired at the end of Season 2. And then we arrive at the changes when we get to McLaren, because Callum Ilott has replaced Lando Norris. I think you guys know what's going to happen, because where has Lando gone? Well, let's just say he's replaced Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes, which is huge. Lando Norris in the works Mercedes team alongside Valtteri Bottas and Daniel Ricciardo alongside Callum Ilott. Very exciting. The rest of the grid is unchanged, so Verstappen and Perez at Red Bull, and then also Latifi and Christian Lundgaard remain at Williams. So there's a lot. There's your rundown. I think a very tasty grid, and I can't wait to get started. To go with that, we're going to jump into some pre-season activities. As always, we're going to go for the driver training camp, because that's going to help improve Schwartzman all round and all of his attributes. And to go with that, we're also going to add on a power and durability focus, because we want to put some work in on those durability upgrades that I mentioned earlier on, and we'll get into that very shortly. So yeah, you can see here we're having a quick look to make sure we make the right choice, but we're going to go for that in the end. And now I think we're going to go ahead and upgrade a few more facilities with the prize money. So the personnel is going to go to level 3 on everything, so this should improve Schwartzman's pace even more and pretty much max him out, to be honest with you, in terms of what's possible within the game. So personnel, level 3 everywhere. We're going to go up to level 2 now on the activities management, on the marketing, again to improve the kind of positive effects of, you know, certain interviews and stuff in game. And now we're going to go into those pending durability upgrades that I mentioned before. So you can see here we've now unlocked all of the remaining level 3 spec 3 upgrades. We're going to go ahead and purchase, I think, an MGUK level 3 failure analysis. So we're going to get down the car, and that will mean the MGUK is now maxed out, and we'll try and do a few more of those in the coming races. But now it's time for the main event of the video, guys. It's time for the car reveal. I can't lie, last season's car, I had an idea in my head. It wasn't executed as I wanted it to be. We had some good variations and some good, you know, let's say alternate liveries, but this one I'm very happy with, and I hope you guys are satisfied. So without further ado, I give to you the 97004. Well, she's a piece of art. I am very happy with this. So, a black base, and it's a 3-way black color base. What I mean by that is the top half of the car is matte paint, the mid part of the car is going to be satin, I believe, and then the very bottom part of the car is in gloss paint. So we've got a 3 variation on the black, which looks very good in different kind of, you know, light angles, daytime, nighttime. And then we've got the electric blue and the blood red, of course, which are the colours of my first and second channels. I've added the white stripe to break things up towards the back end of the car. We've got the Mercedes style pattern towards the back end of the engine cover. And I've also added some light blue wheel rims to kind of help break up the wheels a bit, which are all black. And I can't lie, guys, I think we've smashed it. Even from the top, this car looks lovely. We've got a little white stripe on the halo as well, along with a red stripe. And I just think this entire thing works together really well. We've got some nice little details and stripes on the rear wing, and then a bit of blue and red on the front as well, just to keep things separate and breaking things up. And I want your thoughts, guys, in the comments down below. What do you think of the new Honda-less livery with, of course, the Ferrari engine in the back of the car? I had to increase the amount of red on it because of that reason. I think it makes sense, and I can't lie, I'm very satisfied with the look of it. Before we jump into the start of the season, I went through the final bit of admin work, upgrades and all that kind of stuff, just to make sure everything is ready and good to go. And yeah, we're ready for round number 1 in Bahrain. I'm very excited. The livery is epic, especially that side view. If you pause the video and look at it again, there's so many details which I really love about the car. You know, if you spot the white bits, which really helps break up the livery, and we've got a good balance of blue and red, which I think, you know, you get a different look of depending on the angle of the car. I think it looks really nice. The sponsor placement as well is very decent, and I think it's the best livery so far of the entire series. I did really like the ones in Season 1, especially Season 2, but I think this one is really nice and aggressive with the way I've done the lines on the car. So give me your thoughts in the comments down below, but that is going to be it. We're ready for round 1 at Bahrain, and then round 2 at Imola, round 3 at Portugal, and round 4 at Monaco. It's going to be a very fresh and, let's say, inspiring for starts of the season. A new calendar-ish, let's say, kind of vibe, and it's going to be fun. I can't wait. But if you guys enjoyed this video, the introduction, then leave a like, subscribe for more. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes on this one. Maybe even 1,200. Why not? Let's try and go for that. But anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, check out the 2 videos on screen, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care, and it's goodbye from me.